But today we're going to be working with Gina and Anya. And this is Anya coming now and straight up onto her stand. And Gina's just enjoying the water down there, swimming around a bit. So we're going to keep our eye on Gina today. She was a little bit of a tinker at our first display, so we're going to see what she's up to today. So as you can see, Anya's now choosing to join her sister. And we're just going to take this display as it comes. Now with our sea lions, we reward them for positive behaviour, we ignore bad behaviour. So we're going to see how the display pans out. So here we have Gina and Anya. If we can start by giving them a wave. On the right hand side we have Gina, she is 8 years old. On the left hand side we have Anya, who is 5 years old. So Gina and Anya are sisters, and they do love each other very much, and they show each other how much they love each other by giving each other a big kiss, just like that. However, sometimes they can get a little bit shy and a little bit embarrassed with everybody watching, but don't worry girls, we don't mind you giving each other a big kiss. Now as I said, they're sisters, they do love each other very much, and they're also quite cheeky, so from time to time you will see themselves giving each other a big clap, just like this. So when they give each other a clap, if you can clap right back, so if we can have a practice now, the louder the better. Well done. So that means they want a big clap from you. So the first thing we're going to do is show you the differences between a seal and a sea lion. You saw them get a bit embarrassed before when they were kissing in front of you. They can also get very embarrassed when they're called a seal, as there are a lot of differences. So first of all, Lauren's going to show you the ears on the side of Gina's head there. And as you can see, Gina has external ear parts, little wobbly bits, just on the side of her head, just like we do. Now seals don't have this at all. They have an internal ear part which is covered by fur, so you wouldn't notice any ears at all. And the second difference is in the size of their front flippers. You can see from our girls here, they have very large front flippers and very strong front flippers. Seals have front flippers no bigger than Lauren's hand. As you can see, they're deciding not to show us their lovely front flippers. Go on girls, there we go, Gina's doing a great job there. So as you can see how large they are compared to Lauren's hand, and seals also have 5 claws just as we do fingers. So that's the difference between their front flippers. There we go Gina, well done. I think Anya's thinking about it. There we go Anya, thank you very much. So as you can see from our girls there, the lovely front flippers. And the next difference is in the way that they move. So Gina's going to show you now how a sea lion moves along the ground. Now sea lions are very agile. They can run, they can jump, they can climb. They're just as good on land as they are in the water. And as you can see from Gina here, she's walking very gracefully, pushing herself up on her front flippers, rotating her back flippers to push herself along with her head in the air. So well done Gina, that's lovely. Now Gina's very good at impressions, and now she's going to do an impression of how a seal would walk along the land. So as you can see, not so elegant at all, shuffles along on their big fat tummy and pushes themselves with their back flippers. So thank you Gina, that was a fantastic impression, well done. So can we give Gina a big round of applause? So before we start the rest of our display, Lauren's going to give our sea lions a quick health check. This is something we do every day to make sure they're healthy and tip-top condition. So with Anya, the first thing Lauren's going to do is ask Anya to open her mouth. Now Anya's teeth are actually black. They're born with white teeth, just as we are. However, over time, through all the oil in the fish that they eat, their teeth do turn black. So as you can see, Anya has a perfect set of lovely black teeth for us here today. And the second part of the health check is for Lauren to hold Anya's flippers. So this is the thinnest part of a sea lion's body, so if ever any blood needs to be taken, any vaccinations need to be given, this is where it will be done. And you can see how relaxed Anya is with Lauren holding and touching her front flippers. And the last part of our health check is to have a look at their tummies and their backs. These are very large, playful animals. They're prone to the odd cut, bruise, graze and scrape. So Anya's lying down on the ground here, and Lauren can feel all of her back, make sure there's no lumps and bumps. Then she's going to roll onto her back. Lauren's going to have a feel of her tummy for the same. Check everything's okay, and you can see how chilled out Anya is there lying on the beach at the front here. She's so relaxed, Lauren can even put her head to her chest and listen out for her heartbeats. Everything okay there, Lauren? Great. Both girls are in tip-top condition. I think probably a bit too much in tip competition because they've been a little bit naughty today. But we give them a big clap and they're ready to go with the rest of the display. So when we do the training here at Blackpool Zoo, Lauren will use something called a target stick. Now this is a black stick with a yellow end. Sea lions are colourblind, however they can differentiate between the two colours. And from an early age, Lauren will use this to train the sea lions and to take control of what she wants them to do. Their natural curiosity will lead them to put their nose to the end of the stick, and when they do that, they will get a reward. And very shortly, they will follow the stick wherever Lauren wants it to go. So as you can see, Lauren's turning the stick round and round, leading Gina up onto the rocks, back down again, and Gina can even jump up high to touch the end of the target stick. Well done, Gina. Now Lauren's going to let you into a little secret today, and she's going to show you how we teach one of the behaviours you've already seen. So by using the stick, Lauren's going to put the stick between Gina and Anya, and they're both going to touch the stick with their noses, over and over again, until eventually Lauren can replace the stick with a subtle hand gesture, and Gina and Anya will give each other a kiss, and that's how they have learned to kiss each other. So well done, girls. Can we give them a big round of applause? Fantastic. So now Lauren's going to get some hoops, and we're going to see how good our girls are at catching hoops on their necks. Now this reflects some of the behaviour they will do in their wild. Others use their long flexible necks to catch fish out of the water, so let's see how many they can catch. They can give a big cheer for each one. So that's number 1, well done Gina. Number 2, number 3, fantastic. And last one, a bit of a spin, so really big cheer. Well done, brilliant Gina. So Gina's managed to catch those on her stand there. Now let's see if you can catch them in the water. Again, this does reflect their natural behaviour, as in the wild they will leap out of the water to catch the fish and their prey. So this one is going to be Anya. It takes a lot of practice, 3 or 4 times a day, every day, to be able to master this. So Anya's going into the water now, and again, if we can give her a big cheer for each one she catches. Number 1, number 2, Lauren's getting a bit further away, number 3, and last one, huge cheer, number 4. Fantastic, Anya, well done. So we've seen how agile they are catching these hoops. Now let's see how they do balancing and playing catch with a ball. So Lauren's going to get a ball out now, and we're going to see how Anya can balance the ball on her nose using her whiskers to keep the ball steady. Now, in the whiskers on these animals are the most sensitive part, and in fact it's said that whiskers are the most sensitive of any other mammal, and you can see here Anya is balancing the ball on her nose, her whiskers are raised, and she's using her whiskers to keep it steady. Well done, Anya. Now let's see if they can pass the ball to each other. We can give Anya a big clap. Well done. So Anya's going to balance the ball on her nose again. Now let's see how she goes on passing it to her sister. Well done. And as you can see, Gina's whiskers are raised, keeping it nice and steady. They have 40 to 60 whiskers on either side of their head, and they will use these to keep the ball steady. So now let's see how they go on, bringing the ball back out of the water, and see if they can get it onto land, keeping it nice and steady again using those whiskers. Now in the wild they'll use these whiskers to detect the vibrations in the fish in the very dirty, mucky waters. And let's see how they use them here today. So as you can see, Gina's straight in, the ball's on her nose, and she's keeping it very, very steady as she comes back onto the beach. So here we go, Gina, well done. Well done, fantastic. And she's going to come straight onto her stand, so give her a huge round of applause. Well done, she did it. Fabulous. Just going to catch it one more time. There we go.